Hello, this is Rory with the Love Chat, and today's topic is, am I ready to date again? Now, this is video number 81. If you have a question you'd like for me to consider featuring on the Love Chat, please write it in a comment below, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe and hit like. Additionally, if you'd like extra videos every week, private live streams with me, and free coachings, please visit my Patreon, www.patreon.com/thelovechat. Now then, let's talk about being ready to date again after your ex. It is a great feeling to know that when you are ready, there will be somebody out there for you, somebody that you can get excited about once again, and that person is out there. But before we even visit the idea of how to begin attracting somebody new, we must first ask ourselves if we're even ready to start dating again. And so I'm going to give you guys a couple of things to think about and questions to ask yourself while you're trying to decide this for yourself. The first question is, are you happy on your own? Through this breakup and rediscovery of who you are, have you discovered that you're able to be happy by yourself? Can you take yourself out to a movie and say, this is great, I'm taking myself out on a date, I've got myself back, I'm excited about what's going on in my life for me, by myself? It's an amazing feeling once you're there. Are you happy on your own? If you can look yourself in the mirror and say, yes, I am, and I don't need another person to complete me, but as Corey Wayne always says, I am looking to share my completeness with someone else, then that's a big check mark for you. Number one's down. Let's talk about number two. Are you emotionally available? This is something you really want to consider heavily, because you can be happy on your own, but not be ready to date somebody because you're not ready to share that part of yourself again. These are two different ideas and concepts, so we really want to ask ourselves, am I ready to let another person access that part of me again? Am I ready to trust someone else like that again? Because we often want to get this confused with being happy by ourselves. I can be completely 100% okay with who I am as a person and what I look like and my friend group and all of that sort of stuff that we've talked about in other videos, but not want to share the deep emotional romantic part with somebody else yet. And so that is something you want to strongly consider. Are you ready to show another person that side of you again? The third thing to consider here is, how often are you saying to your friends comments like, when I was with my ex, or that reminds me of a time when my ex and I. If those comments are very commonplace, you're probably not ready yet. Now, sometimes we bring up those comments because that is the only point of reference we have to draw from, and so we call upon that particular example to say, yeah, I remember going through that too. When my ex and I were together, here's what I did to overcome that. And it's important to know when you're doing one versus the other. When you're bringing it up because that's the only time you've had that experience, versus when you're bringing it up because, oh man, this new person I'm casually dating isn't anything like my ex. And I kind of catch myself comparing my ex to this new person every 5 minutes, and I'm kind of realizing that this new person is not my ex. If you are doing that, you can probably safely say that you're not ready to date just yet. A little more time in the pot. The next thing to consider is that, is your ex the first thing you think about when you wake up and the last thing you think about before you go to sleep anymore? Does time still seem slow? Do you feel okay, even great, not being with your ex? Have you regained the ability to make yourself feel great? So I guess that kind of ties back into number one, but really, it is such a painful phenomenon, and it's so shared across different cultures and different sexual preferences and gender identities, is that when we're going through a breakup and we vie for our ex back, they're the first thing we think about when we wake up, when we're getting out of that daze and the sun just hits our eyes and we're groggy. And at first, for the first couple of seconds, we're feeling pretty okay. And then as we become more conscious, it's almost as if the sadness sets right back in. Like, oh yeah, I'm miserable. That's right. My ex left me. And they're the last thing we think about before we go to sleep. And maybe we're even having dreams or nightmares about them. So, if that is no longer true for you, though this one seems rather obvious, a lot of people jump into full relationships knowing that they're not ready, knowing that they're still checking their ex's social media, even though they've been broken up by 6-7 months now. And so, if it sounds like I'm describing you, you're probably not ready yet. The fifth and last thing that I want to talk about is that you are excited about the prospect of a new person. Maybe there's a particular person that's making you feel the butterflies again. Maybe you can't get this new person or crush, or even just the idea of having a new person or crush out of your mind, and you can't wait to show the world the new, evolved version of you, where you maintain your individuality, you work on yourself because you enjoy it, you share yourself with another person but never lose who you are, and you're okay with the idea of having a potential person you're currently casually dating invite you out, and you say, sorry, I have to hang out with my friends tonight, and you don't feel bad for saying sorry. It's a great place to be. It shows self-reliance, and it shows that you are ready to do this. Now, if you're not ready, that's okay. Don't judge yourself based on how you're feeling today, because the whole idea, the whole process of self-healing and self-love is that you will become ready one day, and then you'll meet somebody really cute in a bar, for example, or somebody who reads a book you really like, and you see them at a bookstore and you find them to be very attractive, and you decide to strike up a simple, innocent conversation, and you be receptive to what's next. Part of working on yourself is being okay with putting yourself in situations that break you out of your comfort zone. And I have to say, it's really exciting to do once you're there. Once you get over the initial anxiety, you're going to be really, really happy that you did. So, if you're listening to this video and you find yourself in this category, that you are ready to date again, I'm really excited for you. And if you're still working on yourself, I'm excited for you too. Use this time to make your life the best version it can be. Because we need to live life assuming that we only get one shot. And so your homework for today is go out there and kick life's ass. That's all I had for today. If you found my video helpful, I'd be very grateful if you'd subscribe and hit like. Please leave a comment below and tell me what topics you want me to cover in the future. Also, if you'd like to do a Skype or email coaching, be sure to visit thelovechat.net/coaching. Until next time.